You're probably using the wrong framework and it's costing you more than just time. What if I told you the framework you're using right now could be the reason your app is slow, your dev team is frustrated, and your users are bouncing? In this video, we're putting Ruby on Rails and Next.js head to head. We're breaking down performance, ease of use, scalability, community, and most importantly, which one you should actually use for your next project. And trust me, the results might surprise you. Let's start with the heavy hitter, Ruby on Rails. It's been around since 2004. That's before the first iPhone. That's ancient in internet years. But somehow it's still standing tall. Why? Because it works. Rails was built on a few simple ideas. Convention over configuration. Don't repeat yourself. And make developers happy. And for a lot of years, that formula worked like magic. You know Shopify? That's Rails. GitHub? Rails. Basecamp, Airbnb, Twitch? Rails at some point. Rails powered the early web, and for good reason. Rails gives you so much out of the box that can build a fully functional MVP, minimum viable product, in days. Not weeks, not months, days. Need user authentication? Done. Need an admin dashboard? There's a gem for that. Need to spin up a blog or an e-commerce platform? Rails has been doing that since MySpace was a thing. And let's talk about Ruby for a second. Ruby, the language behind Rails, reads almost like English. It's designed to be fun to write. If Python is clean and minimal, Ruby is like writing poetry that compiles. It flows. It's like the difference between driving a clunky stick shift and a buttery smooth automatic. But, and this is a big but, the web has changed. Enter Next.js. This one's the cool kid on the block. Built by Vercel, Next.js is the full stack React framework that's blown up over the last few years. It takes everything devs love about React, components, hooks, the modern front-end experience, and glues it together into something much more powerful. Now you can build your front-end and back-end in the same repo using the same language, JavaScript or TypeScript. And let's be real, if you're hiring in 2025, finding a React dev is 10 times easier than finding someone who writes Ruby. But let's pause for a second. Let's stop just listing features and actually compare them side by side. Development speed. Rails wins here, hands down. If you're building a startup MVP, Rails is a beast. It's optimized for shipping fast, like stupid fast. You don't have to make a million architectural decisions. Rails already made them for you. With Next.js, especially for beginners, you're assembling a puzzle. React, routing, database integration, authentication. You're piecing it all together yourself or installing packages from the community. It's not hard, but it's not as fast either. Winner for speed, Rails. Performance. This one goes to Next.js. Next.js lets you render pages statically, server-side or on the edge. It's blazing fast out of the box, especially for sites that don't change every second. Plus with Vercel's global CDN, your app is flying across the planet. Rails isn't slow, let's not spread myths, but it's built more traditionally. You've got your monolith running on a server, and performance tuning takes a bit more effort. Dev experience. This is where it gets interesting. Rails is incredibly polished. You get migrations, generators, testing tools, everything you need all in one framework. You feel like you're in a luxury hotel. Everything's included. Next.js, on the other hand, is more of an Airbnb. You have freedom, you can bring your own tool, your own database, your own architecture, but sometimes that freedom feels like a headache. If you're deep in the React ecosystem, Next.js feels like home. If you're not, it might feel like assembling IKEA furniture with half the instructions missing. So it's a tie here, depends on your background. Ecosystem and community. Rails has a mature ecosystem, tons of gems, tons of tutorials, but let's be honest, the community has slowed down quite a lot. It's stable, but it's not exploding. Next.js, it's hot. Every day there's a new tool, a new blog post, a new plugin. It's like living in a startup hub. Fast-paced, exciting, and constantly evolving. Scalability. Here's where the gloves come off. Rails gets a bad rap for scalability, but that's not the full picture. Shopify runs on Rails, and that's 100,000 requests per second during Black Friday. It scales just fine if you know how to scale it. Next.js being decoupled gives you more control. You can scale your front end independently, spin up serverless functions, and optimize different parts of the stack. So again, it's not about who scales better, it's about who you are. If you're a small team who wants to grow fast, Rails might be a better starting point. If you're building microservices or high-performance apps across the globe, Next.js is your best bet. Let's bring this down to earth. Let's say you're a startup founder, you got a small team, and you need to get an app to market in 2 months. Pick Rails. It'll get you there faster, you'll spend less time worrying about folder structure and more time building what actually matters. But if you're building a consumer app, a SaaS product with beautiful interactive UI, and you already have React devs on hand, pick Next.js. It'll give you better performance, better flexibility, and a smoother user experience, especially on the front end. The problem no one talks about. Here's the real issue. People are obsessed with picking the right framework as if there's one magical choice that works for every project. But frameworks are just tools. You wouldn't use a chainsaw to slice a tomato, and you wouldn't use a kitchen knife to cut down a tree. The tool doesn't matter as much as what you're actually trying to build, who's building it, and what you care about most. Speed, flexibility, hiring talent, or long-term maintainability. The biggest mistake I see is people choosing the hyped-up trending framework for a project that doesn't fit. Or worse, teams getting stuck in analysis paralysis, comparing benchmarks for days when they could have just started building something. So here's the truth. Rails and Next.js both win in different ways. It's not about who's newer or trendier, it's about who's right for your project. Let's wrap this up with a few final thoughts. If you're a solo founder or you've got a small team who want to validate an idea, Rails will get you there faster, cheaper, and more peacefully. If you're scaling a front-end heavy app, care about speed, SEO, edge rendering, or you already love working in React, Next.js is where it's at. Neither framework is perfect, but both are powerful. Use the one that lets you build the thing that matters, because the framework doesn't make the product, you do. Thank you for watching, like this video if it helped you, and subscribe for more content.